We just saw Goonies. Liked it a lot.
A celluloid masterpiece.
So when we heard you could get Goonies glasses at Godfather's Pizza, our mission was clear. We had to get them all. 4 different scenes from the movie, and they don't cost a lot. But there's just one thing.
What?
You have to buy a medium or large Godfather's Pizza. Oh, what a shame.
Collect all 4 Goonies glasses, only at my place, Godfather's Pizza.
Okay. You ready?
Now I know what it really sounds like.
Sally sound what? Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, you guys.
And welcome back to episode 13. Unlucky episode 13 of Sloth Love Chunk, your favorite Goonies Super-Fan podcast.
We're going to talk about how lucky we are.
I'm your host, Ants.
I'm Matt.
And on this episode of Sloth Love Chunk, we are going to discuss, we're going to list our top 3 licensed Goonies merchandise. But before we get started, I just want to make you guys aware, as always, that you can find us online at slothlovechunk.com, on Instagram at slothlovechunk_podcast, I think.
Yep.
Or you can email us at goondocs@slothlovechunk.com. We get a couple emails.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Maddie. Boom Batty.
Yes. I'm going to start off with my apparel. I have 2 Goonies hats. I have 1 Goonie hat. That says,
Are these officially licensed? Because that's the rule.
I don't know.
I knew you were going to fuck this
Let's
up.
not make that the rule then.
No, we got to, because we're going to do an episode where it's like our top 3 like bootleg Goonies merchandise.
What the hell?
I knew it. I knew it.
You didn't
know.
You
know?
never specified license.
Sometimes.
Did you?
Sometimes I just trust you too much to not be dumb.
Well, I'm gonna forge ahead.
Gosh dang it! All right,
I don't have enough merchandise to.
You don't have to have it. It's just, like your favorite. If something like you might want, you don't need to have it.
Oh, okay. Let's restart this one. Is the one I got at Comic-Con licensed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was my number 2. It shot up to number 1.
Wait. Let's go 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Oh wait, is the shirt I got at the Goonies?
God, this is terrible. Oh wait. At like the Oregon Film Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I feel like it probably is.
It would have to be. If
do you think they licensed it from Warner Brothers, or you think
I was thinking
they're
so.
just doing it? You know what? Screw it, bro.
Okay.
If you get it at the jailhouse, yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, that's number 1. My Goonies shirt. The reason it's my number 1.
Oh my! I thought we said 3, 2, 1.
Are we going 3, 2, 1? Okay. No, this is number 3. This is number 3 then. This is number 3.
This is totally the unlucky episode.
It's your fault, man.
See, we're 2 minutes into this, and it is janked.
Okay, number 3.
Black cat. Do you walk under a ladder this morning?
No,
Matthew?
number 3.
Yeah, you probably can't walk under a ladder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Zing.
Hey-o. Yeah, it's my Goonies shirt, which I got at the Oregon Film Museum in Astoria, Oregon. When we went in, when did we go? Remind me.
2016, April.
2016, yeah. And the reason it's no, well, I love that shirt because, well, it reminds me of our trip. And then when I do wear it, it's nice to see, for it to be recognized, for another fan to say, "Oh,
that's totally cool." I have a statue of David from the Oregon Film Museum. It's not in my top 3, but at the base of it, it says Astoria Film Museum.
Okay, for the listeners out there, something funny. I got the exact same statue he's talking about.
Yo.
And I dropped it at some point and it broke.
But it was not the penile unit.
No, it was the head.
I kind of wish, especially since they're selling it there for the Goonies, that it was an upside down penis. I'm thinking about trying to break it off.
Like a detachable, like a magnet you can.
Yo, yeah, dude, that would be really good merchandise. Like a detachable penis that you can flip upside down.
Oh my gosh, maybe just
nobody's thought of that. Nobody's still that idea.
Yeah,
this is copywriting right now. Copyright.
Yep, that's all it takes. Bam. Trademark. You can no longer.
This is official.
But yeah, that's my number 3. Okay, well now we slogged through my number 3. What's yours?
So I got a solid 2. I've been having trouble with the third one, so I feel like the one I'm having trouble with should be my number 3. Right?
Yeah.
For me, I have a special affection for the old school merchandise. Like the Ridge.
Yeah.
But I do think that I have to give my number 3 to my recent purchase, which is the statue of Sloth and Chunk from Iron Studios. Let me pull it over here, Matthew. This is when a podcast sucks because you guys can't see it. This is when we should totally do like a YouTube stream of it too. But I don't want to show people my face. This thing is so heavy.
And I hope nobody from Iron Studios is listening and getting offended by Anthony's inability.
They should be giving us sponsorship money.
Wow, look at that. Okay, enough talking. That is amazing.
This is an amazing statue, Sloth and Chunk, on the deck of the Inferno with a little one-eyed Willie at the bottom.
Oh, wow. In front of his stash of gold.
Yeah, it's amazing. They sell 2 different versions of it. They sell it where it's just Sloth and Chunk just standing like on a plain base. And then they sell this one where they're on the Inferno with a lot more detail and background. This is the expensive one.
Yeah, that thing's nice, man.
I did not plan on buying this, and I got drunk one night and just said, F it.
Some of the best decisions in life are made when you're drunk.
All right, so that's my number 3. Iron Studios Sloth and Chunk statue.
Okay, my number 2. My number 2 is also, my number 2 is from our trip to Comic-Con. Well, and it was my first trip. I think it was in 2008 that we went.
Maybe.
I know we went consecutive years. He was either 8 and 9 or 7 and 8. And at that particular Comic-Con, one of the official licensed merchandise items was Copper Bones.
Oh yeah, I got that one too, buddy. I love it.
It was like a 1-for-1 scale, and put it in your hand. It feels like you're a Goonie. Look, Anthony's holding it up right there. It comes with a nice little leather strap to replicate.
This is from Mezco. This is 2007.
2007.
Yeah, it's heavy too.
Yeah, it's good quality. It's I still have the box it came in.
That's cool. I don't.
Yeah. Definitely the bones for the memories of Comic-Con, of course. And then, someday it's going to work.
I feel like this Copper Bones is so well made that you could stick it on some stones in the wall, some triple stones, and like twist it, and it would not break.
Yeah. So, as I think we mentioned previously, before Anthony and I are going to Astoria next year, I'm definitely going to take my Copper Bones in hopes that we stumble across a map while we're there. Some,
Do I have to create a Goonies adventure for you? Oh, we get. Oh my gosh! Oh my god, that's the most amazing idea ever. We gotta
Really?
hire that dude from last episode,
And he goes all over the world, doesn't he?
and he should totally make a Goonies adventure.
Oh my god! I'm gonna start
You
saving.
got $50,000, Matthew.
I'm gonna dip.
Let's do it. Let's get it
I'm
done.
gonna dip into my 401k. Perfect.
You gotta pay taxes on that early distribution, Matthew. Yeah. All right.
That's it. That's my number 2. Copper
My
Bones.
numero dos favorite licensed Goonies merchandise is something that I just got probably in the last 2 or 3 months. It's one of those things where after we started this podcast and I start learning about a lot of things that I had no idea about before. Before we started this podcast, I thought I was like Goonies #1 super fan, you know? And then you kind of really start doing research and you learn about all these things you had no idea about. The world just opens up with Goonies stuff. So one of the things that I learned about was the Goonies story card adventure map, which was produced by High C Fruit Drinks. And this was a thing where you had to drink so many High Cs and then you send in the UPCs and they sent this to you in the mail. It was free. I will put these pictures up of the Goonies story card adventure map. I had to buy this on eBay.
Holy cow.
And this is a fold out booklet and it is amazing. I'm going to fold it out for you, Matthew. Don't jizz your pants, bro.
You know,
can you see this?
Yeah,
it's basically, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 6-page fold out that has like the entire cavern that the Goonies went through. It's like what would you call it? It's a painting, right? It's awesome.
And it's set. Okay. So it's those pictures. It's each page, has a rendition of the
each scenes. Yeah.
But it also has the above ground.
Yeah. That's what makes it so cool. Right.
Well,
it's like you see like Astoria on the top, you see the Lighthouse Lounge on the top, but then they show like the underground. You get the pipes, you get the Chester Copper Pot, the 3 boulders, the wishing well.
So you're getting like the map of that. Oh my god.
And then on the back, it's got each individual Goonie and backstory. And this one is cool because we had mentioned it. I think it was on the deleted scenes episode where on Brand's card on the back says Mikey's super jock older brother has claustrophobia and once freaked out in an elevator, but he killed Mikey for telling that to anyone. He's madly in love with Andy, who would do almost anything to get her away from her current boyfriend, the super rich Troy. So Brand having claustrophobia straight out of the novel. These are like early drafts of the screenplay that didn't make the movie, which is kind of neat. They clearly produced it before. So it also comes with, this is what makes this so amazing. It comes with these individual teeny tiny cards. You actually have to cut them. Oops, almost upside down.
Wow.
You have to cut them out. And they're scenes from the movie. And these cards, the map has little slits where you will fit a card into the different spots of the story. It's amazing. I bought this on eBay. Such a cool story. The lady that sent this to me, she sent it to me in the envelope. She had told me that it was her father's, but she sent it to me in the envelope that her dad received it from High C. So she sent it in the original envelope. Isn't this cool? And like the postage stamp says July 1985 on it.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture later, Matthew. But it's super cool. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much for sending it like that. It's just a piece of Goonies history. She was like, I thought you'd like that. I did like it.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It's really cool. Just having that visualization of the above ground, underground, the way it sort of interacted, sitting the cards into the map itself. It's awesome. Plus having that early, I don't know what would you call it, that early draft feel to it, where there's certain aspects of the characters that didn't make the final cut of the movie. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, like, it was probably, there was some conversation between the producers of the film and the High C folks.
Yeah.
Like you said, and at that point they're in They had the early draft of the script, which is really cool to see. Huh. That's a good one. You had shown it to me before, and I was in awe, and I was equally in awe the second time.
Just equally?
Have I mentioned, Anthony, that I'm really sick and I've only got like 3 months to go, and you should probably send that to me so that I can enjoy it before I...
You know what I want to do?
Mm-hmm.
I want to buy another one.
Yeah.
So that I can frame it with the front side where it's got the map above ground underground, and then the back side also on it where it has all the Goonies bio cards. I have to have 2 to do that and then frame it. What do you think?
Yeah.
Ridiculous or super fan behavior? What number are you on? You on 2 or you on 1?
I think I've given 2 so far. So
okay.
Number 1.
Numero uno.
My number 1 is actually something that came on this podcast. It was a board game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you why. Because, I've always loved board games, but, all through my 30s and now in my 40s, I just love them. That's my ideal hangout, is bottle of scotch.
Whoa.
You got some snacks. You got your board game. And the board games I like now, they're a little bit, they'll have more to them than your typical, Sorry or Clue.
Shoots and ladders.
Yeah, I'm talking, multiple cards, multiple decks, multiple tokens.
You're talking skill check.
Yeah, I'm talking skill checks. And for us to have come across a Goonies board game, made in the 80s that had a lot of those aspects.
Yeah, it's not a kiddie game. It was pretty difficult. If you guys want to learn about the board game, we have a YouTube video. Mm-hmm. Just go to the website, click on the link on our Instagram. You find it.
Yeah.
We have a whole video of Matthew and I doing a complete playthrough of this board game.
It was an amazing comeback by me.
Yeah.
It was an improbable win. I didn't even know I had won.
I was like, this game's going to be over in 5 minutes. I'm going to kick his ass.
Yeah, someone got lost in the cave and didn't make it through. But yeah, that game, oh boy, it just scratches so many itches for me, from the, the 3 paths you can take to being able to swap decks to, character cards. It's just great.
And it really does. It builds on the whole story of the Goonies. It builds on the mood. It was an awesome game. The character cards, the artwork, like they were.
Yeah, I love that thing. Remind us again, or remind me again. It was Milton Bradley.
Milton Bradley, yeah,
right.
Yeah, it was the official Goonies board game. I think it might have been 85 or 86.
Wow. So, are we gonna take that to Astoria next year?
Oh yes, you are full of amazing ideas, man. I didn't even think about that. We should totally,
Okay.
And then if you guys want to play with us, just let us know. Just reach out. We're going to be there June 7th, 2025, 40th anniversary of the Goonies. Matthew cannot stop talking about it. He's going to drive himself crazy over the next.
I'm so excited.
We're actually less than 13 months out.
It's going to go by so fast because the holidays go by fast. It's going to go by fast. I can't wait.
13 months, Matthew.
Yeah. Okay. Number 1.
Gonzo's number 1 licensed Goonies merchandise is the official collector's edition Goonies souvenir magazine, souvenir book. This is your typical movie memorabilia magazine that comes out with most movies. The Goonies one is amazing. It is by far the best one I've ever seen. What makes it so amazing is that it has so much behind the scenes information, pictures, tons of deleted scene stuff. This is where you actually, from our deleted scenes episode, this is where I got all the pictures of Data's Intimidator. It's got Sloth eating the frozen steaks in the freezer. It's got Andy taking the Goonies oath. She's knee deep in water, right hand in the air, with Mikey taking the oath.
Whoa.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Raise your right hand, guys. It's time. I will never betray my Goondock friends.
We will stick together until the whole world ends.
Through heaven and hell and nuclear war.
Good pals like us will stick like tar.
In the city or the country or the forest or the boonies.
I am proudly declared a fellow Goonie.
Just like Andy, which you can see in the official Goonies souvenir guide. It's really awesome, man. It's got behind the scenes pictures of Matuzak getting on his sloth makeup. It's got bios of every actor. Oh man, it's so good.
How did you come across this gem?
I had to buy it on the Bizzle. On the e-Bizzle.
On e-Bizzle for shiz. And who's the publisher? I'm always curious about those kinds of things.
That's a good question. It says Ira Friedman Publications.
Huh.
That's it. This is probably some 1980s stuff going on, here, bro. Says the Goonies Souvenir Magazine publisher, Ira Friedman, writer, Bob Woods, the design assistant. That's it.
Wow.
Warner Brothers licensing, officially licensed Goonies merchandise.
That thing looks beautiful.
There's a cool picture of Spielberg with his head Goonie hat on.
Oh.
It's got a lot of behind the scenes stuff. It's even got information on the crew.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. Mine's a little falling apart, but
it's okay.
You got to get you one of these, Matty boy.
Okay, I'm gonna start the search.
Doesn't got to be the mint condition. Let's do some honorable mentions.
Okay.
I have a whole Goonies shelf that's like right off to the right of me right now, so I can just look at it. It just like go down my list of that one's good, but this one's better. All right. You got one?
I don't. I have yet to play it, but I was gifted a Goonies escape room type board game, which is, as I said before, is right up my alley. But this, it comes with a series of puzzles and cards that you have to kind of go through.
Do you think that we can play that online together through Zoom and maybe make a video of it?
I mean, we could try.
I don't want to go through the game though and sort of ruin puzzles trying to figure out if we could do it. But then maybe I should. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
We should do some more video games.
It's One-Eyed Willie's escape with One-Eyed Willie's rich stuff or something like that, right? I can't.
How can that be your favorite? I haven't even played it yet.
I know. No.
It might totally suck.
Well, no, it's not one of my...
It might totally go against the spirit of the Goonies. It might be like, I don't know.
The escape room? Well, I don't think so. Well, let's hear one of yours.
This was almost in my top 3. It was the officially licensed drinking glasses from Godfather's Pizza.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot those. I have those too.
I didn't forget.
Oh my goodness.
Well, so Godfather's Pizza released a set of 4 Goonies glasses.
Yes.
And if you go to our Instagram page, I actually put up the original commercial for the glasses.
Yeah.
On them. It's pretty cool. Yeah, but those glasses are awesome. Sloths looks a little funky.
Yeah.
No. But it's awesome. I love those old 80s glasses, like Star Wars glasses. I think there might have been Back to the Future glasses. Like, I love them.
Yeah.
Those were up there. I think the only reason they weren't in my top 3 was because, and I don't know. Honestly, I don't got a good reason. They probably tied with the Iron Studios.
And would you ever drink out of those glasses?
No, I never would. I still want to wash them. I don't want to do anything to mess up them.
Yeah, I was lucky. Anthony here was nice enough to send me my set, and it still had like the stickers on the bottom.
Oh yeah, yours had the stickers on the bottom. I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
mine don't.
Oh, see, so I have a better version.
Yeah, yours had stickers where it was like, they were coupons, weren't they?
Yeah,
like this sticker gets you like a free drink with the purchase of a pizza.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't ever watch that, dude. That is awesome. I'm just too nice to you.
You know, it makes you think of all the other stuff. You know, if I could travel back in time or just, you know, I might Google Goonies commercials later after this. Because I didn't realize there were so many tie-ins. Or was there?
You're not going to find any commercials.
No. I mean, if I'm lucky.
Not official ones. There's a Spanish toy of Sloth, which I think came with a comic. I'm not really quite sure. But it's a little like rubber toy of Sloth from Spain, which was an officially licensed one. The sucker's going for like $300 on eBay. I don't got one. Whatever. Oh, you know what? You know what my next honorable mention is? It's the trading cards.
Huh.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
You have a set.
The little ones?
The little trading cards with like Mr. Funny Bones. It's like a set of 80 cards. Those are awesome too, because it's got a lot of behind the scenes stuff. It's got a lot of deleted scene stuff in there.
That's right.
Love them. All right, Matty boy. You got another one? One more.
Do I? I also have, like Anthony, I also have figures of Sloth and Chunk.
Is that the Mez? Oh, that's the Nika. The duo set with Sloth and Chunk.
Yeah, so you know they come with little knives or no, what are they called? Not like cutlass. Is that what a pirate would have? A cutlass? And they come with their little hats that come on and off.
I don't have that, dude. I feel really bad. I really want to. Sometimes when Goonie stuff comes out, I tell myself I don't need to buy everything, and then I don't. And Goonie stuff sells out quicker than quick. Right?
Still does.
And then I'm like, what the hell am I thinking? I need to get this stuff. And then I have to go find it. It's sold out. Then it's on the secondary market and it's blown up in price.
Yep. That's what you get, man.
Did you guys pre-order the new, I think it's Mezco action figures that are coming out in December? There's a full set of Goonies. About 10, 12 years ago, there was a set of Mezco action figures that came out. They're going for bucks right now on eBay. These ones, same company, they're slightly less detailed, a little less points of articulation, but they're amazing. You can get a full set, I think, of all the Goonies, except for the girls, of course, because they're never included.
No.
I think it's $100 if you pre-order them. Go to our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. They're not our sponsor. I was just like that way.
Our associate.
Pre-order them.
Wow.
Don't be left out. Get them, and
I think when you were showing me the card with the high C, it was so nice because right before we started recording this episode, Anthony and I were talking about how Stef and Andy don't get the credit for being a Goonie.
Yeah.
I mean, even though Andy says the oath, and I mean, even at the very end, they say, well, there they are, all them goobers.
Do you think that if they hadn't cut the scene with Andy taking the Goonies oath, that the entire course of human history would have changed? Like,
I think so.
People would always just consider Andy and Stef Goonies after that scene because she did take the oath, but they never showed it.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, it's a bummer that two Goonies are left off the merchandise list so often.
I'm looking at the back of the cards right now. Goonies Super-Fan question, Matthew. Pass or
go
fail.
on.
What is Stef's last name? Are you a Yankees fan?
Gehrig?
What?
Steinbrenner.
Steinbrenner?
Whoa. Timeout. It says Steph Steinbrenner, Andy's best friend. She's tough, quick-witted, a Goonie. Was Mouth's girlfriend once. And thinks he's too much of a clown. What?
Oh, held the phone. Ring, ring. Hold on to that phone.
Was that Kawawa?
Huh.
I could see it. There's a lot of sexual tension there. Dang, dude. Feldman and the Plimps.
So would that make her name would be Steph Devereaux?
Yeah.
See, that sounds better than It has a nice ring to it.
I got to read all these things now.
I'm going to bust out my little trading cards here in a bit and read all those suckers. Oh, wow.
I'd never heard that before. Exes, Mouth and Stef. Exes. Oh, man, dude.
I mean,
I don't know if my brain can handle this kind of like. This is what would happen to me if there was ever a Goonies sequel, right? Because I got my mind has my perfect image of the Goonies in it, and it's a perfect world. And then if there was like a Goonies sequel where the future that I have in my mind is different, I just don't know if my brain can handle it.
Oh my gosh.
Like I hear that Mouth and Stef are exes.
Now, did they count their adventure, their time during the adventure is? I mean, you got to remember these, these are kids, I mean.
What, like that was their dating? If they were dating, then Mikey and Andy are married.
Oh, that's true. Well,
this is ridiculous. I can't believe I'm saying these things. Andy and Mikey, oh my God.
You think we're
losing our minds. We are too deep.
Did they date before the adventure? And that was why they were so mean to each other?
I think that might be what it is. She was upset. Mouth probably cheated on her with some Spanish student or some exchange student from Mexico.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're always ruining America.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Ooh, maybe Andy's mom was slated. No, maybe Steph's mom was slated to clean the house, and then here comes Rosalita stealing the job.
But Steph was supposed to be a big time slut, and I could totally see Mouth hooking up with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything makes sense. Even though my mind doesn't want to accept it, everything is starting to make sense.
Oh my God. Dude. You're gonna be a different Gonzo by the time we're done with this podcast.
It's really hard to keep the real Goonies in my mind now that I know too much.
They've betrayed you.
This podcast has been the best thing and the worst thing that ever
happened to me. You're not gonna. You
don't seem to care, bro. You're just like, whatever. I'm gonna go chill and forget about it all.
You can't leave.
In the meantime, I gotta edit this thing and listen to these revelations over and over and over again while they just bury themselves into my brain.
God. How crazy though. Girlfriend and boyfriend, what would romantically speaking, does that mean Brian and Andy? Does the card mention them?
No. Oh, well, no, it doesn't. It does say with Andy though. Here we go. Andy, Andrea, Andy Carmichael, the cheerleader from the rich side of town, a good sport, loves adventure. She starts out being Troy's girlfriend, but later decides that maybe Brand is more her type. Mikey is madly in love with her too. I don't think Mikey's madly in love with Andy.
No.
I think Mikey's more of an opportunist.
Yeah.
I don't think he's at all like, yo,
going
down on the hand.
He wasn't crushed.
But when a chick is sticking her tongue down your mouth, he's not gonna close.
When a high school senior and you're like a freshman,
Is he even a freshman? He's 13.
Is he? So he's not even in high school.
He might have been like a seventh grader.
And
oh my God, I gotta give my kids the talk now about the birds and the bees after watching this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Jesus.
You're gonna be like, what's girlfriend and boyfriend mean? What's ex mean?
I gotta go tell my son, okay, buddy, if some chick pulls you into a cavern, I don't care if you kiss her. Just keep your pants zipped up. I know you think you're in the little boy's room, but you don't unzip them jeans.
Yeah, and if it's your teacher, you definitely tell somebody. It doesn't matter what adventure you're on. You tell it. You say, hey, Principal Jones, no time for love.
This episode is going to be the biggest editing job yet.
I mean, what other behind the scenes stuff is there that...
Let me see. What does this say about data? Data. Ricky, which is Richard. We know it's Richard, but it says Ricky Data Roper. That's not an Asian last name. Come on. Is that Chinese? Come on, bro.
Rope. I thought it was.
It's Richard Wang. It's Richard Wang.
Yeah, it was Wang. And
this thing says Ricky Data Roper.
Huh. Did his grandparents run an apartment complex that Jack and Chrissy
Oh my God.
rented?
Ricky Data Roper, technical genius. He's the one who's always loved gadgets and messing around with anything that has wires or a microchip. Luckily, his yellow backpack is packed full of all the electrical equipment he needs to get the Goonies out of all kinds of tough spots.
So did that predate? Where did we? It was in the script that we saw Wang, correct?
Yes. Everything that you can find about Data says Richard Wang.
Yeah.
IMDb. You're correct. The novelization says Wang. That's the first time I ever saw Roper. That's why I was like, oh, this guy's last name, because I never heard that before. Roper.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Mikey Walsh at 13 is the youngest Goonie? Constantly getting treated like a bothersome kid brother. He actually is Brand's kid brother. But it's Mikey who talks everyone else into following the map they found in the attic.
He has charisma.
Lawrence Chunk Cohen. You can spot him 3 blocks away.
Oh, my Lord.
Thanks to his size and his unique way of dressing. If anyone has food in the house that they're saving for a special occasion, they've learned to hide it when Chunk's around. He's been known to eat his weight in pizza. That is pretty bad.
Holy cow, man.
The whole bio is just fast change. High C, come on, High C, really.
You can do better.
You're just a pure sugary drink.
Do better. They have the gall to call somebody fat. How dare they?
How dare they? All right. I think we're good. All right, guys.
We learned some things.
Thanks for sticking around to the end of this Whack Attack episode. Our top 3 favorite Goonies licensed merchandise. Yep. We got a special episode coming next week.
We do.
For the week after. We've been a little off with our scheduling.
Yeah.
Matthew's just too busy with his job and such.
I got stuff.
So we're actually going to have our first Goonies Superfan interview next week. I'm pretty excited.
Gasp. It's going to be great.
We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for listening. Bye. Bye. That's terrible. That's not stop.
No.
How would stop saying? That sounds like a burp.